So I have Amanda Secor from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood on the line. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So I have to ask you, overall, how was your experience on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood?
It's definitely been, a drastic change in my life, and a little overwhelming. But I think it's been good. It's been able to help me get my brand out there and kind of, show the world a little bit of who I am.
Okay. Were you nervous at all about, I guess, showing your relationship with Fizz on TV?
Oh, my God. So nervous about it. It was definitely, I'm a very private person. I like to keep, my relationship private and personal, but it was so hard letting cameras in your life and, magnifying all the little problems, you have in a relationship.
Gotcha. How did you and Fizz meet?
We actually met outside of a Best Buy. I was going in to get my phone, and he came and talked to me, and I didn't even know who he was or who Lil Fizz was. But I actually had thought that we had went to school together because his face looked so familiar. But then he ended up telling me he was in a group, B2K, and I went home and YouTube did, and found out he was in this huge group.
Okay, that's cute. What's your relationship status with him now?
We're currently not together anymore. We do have a clothing line together, so we're trying to, I guess, figure out how our working relationship is, going to pan out.
Okay, gotcha. Well, now on the show, you admitted to being unfaithful to him before in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Why did that happen at all while you all were filming, or was that something that kind of happened just before, or?
It happened before we started filming. I'm sure everyone knows that my boyfriend of 5 years had passed away when me and Drew met. And, Drew was there for me in a really hard time in my life. And, we got really close. And I was just really confused. I was mourning, the death of my boyfriend and trying to accept Drew and all of his love and Cameron and Moniece and just this whole situation that he came with. So, I was just unsure and, really confused. So I made a mistake. But, the whole breakfast incident when Drew caught me at breakfast happened during filming.
Okay, gotcha. Now, of course, I have to ask you about your altercation with Fizz's baby mama, Moniece. Were you surprised that you all actually got into an altercation? Were you surprised at all?
Of course. I was extremely surprised. I don't think that any woman should behave like that, and it was something that didn't even cross my mind that Moniece would even do something like that. She claims to be a businesswoman and a mother and this, boss bitch and whatever, so it didn't even occur to me that someone would behave like that, and especially because I hadn't done anything to her, so she was just, I guess I was stating facts and she couldn't handle it, so she grabbed my hair. What's your relationship now with her? Is it better, or is it about the same, or? Well, because me and Drew are no longer together, her presence is irrelevant to my life, but she's clearly obsessed with me. She's constantly posting things on Instagram and Twitter about me, so I don't know what her problem is. I don't know why she's so mad at me. Did you all, during the reunion show, did you all kind of try to hash things out, or did anything get resolved during the reunion show? You'll definitely see on the reunion how things went, but I don't know, it's definitely a crazy, crazy situation. Okay. Now, I've read reports that you're dating, or I don't know if dating is the right word. Well, I'll say dating. Oakland Raiders player Jonathan, I guess, Dowling. Is there any truth to that? We're not dating. We're friends. We're friends for right now, but we're not dating at the moment. Okay, so you're just friends. We're just friends, yes. He's super cute, so that makes things easier. I'm sure. Overall, were you pleased with how you were portrayed during the show? No, not at all. But everyone has their views and their opinions, but the way that they portray me on the show is definitely not how I am. They make me seem like I'm very cold and I'm not into Drew and, that I'm this liar and this cheater, and that's not how it was. One incident that happened that, happened because of the circumstance that I was in, and it was a mistake I made, but they try to make me out like I'm this horrible person. But, and my intention with Moniece was not a bad one either. I actually went into the situation wanting to, be close to her and wanting to make things better with her and Cameron and Drew and, kind of have an open line of communication between all of us, but she was just very angry and mad at the world, so I guess she decided to take her anger out on me. Okay. If the opportunity presented itself again, would you return to the show for another season? I think I would, because I want people to see that there's a different side of me. I'm not this person they made me out to be. I have a lot of other things going on besides this drama that Moniece tried to create with me and her, and besides this cheating thing with Drew. So, I want them to see that I have other things going on. I'm in school. I have a jewelry line, a clothing line. So there's more sides to me than just what you guys see on the show.
Okay. I guess you sort of did just answer it, but I was going to ask you, what do you have going on outside of the show?
Yeah, I currently have a clothing line called 18K, and we made a jewelry line with it also. So we have custom nameplates that are plated in 18-karat gold. Say love in Arabic and Queen. So definitely going off the whole Egyptian thing, because everybody seems to think I'm Hispanic.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess I assumed that as well. I mean, because you are in Cali,
yes,
so
everyone does. Right. I guess.
But then when that's what I thought. But then I did a little research, a little digging, and realized you weren't.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, I wanted to just ask you a few generalized questions that have nothing to do with reality TV. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? I don't know. I think maybe not living up to my family's expectations would be my biggest fear, because they have such high expectations for me, and I want to, make them proud and, make them happy.
Did they watch the show?
They did in the beginning, but they stopped after the whole Moniece incident. They went crazy, so they stopped watching it.
Okay, understood. What have you learned about love?
I learned that it takes a lot of work, and people make mistakes. But when you do find the one you love, you need to, work at it, and it's not easy. You need to. Not everyone is perfect, but you need to just find someone that's perfect for you and outweigh the good with the bad.
Okay. What's the craziest rumor you've heard about yourself?
The craziest rumor? I don't know. I've heard crazy things, that me and Drew, our relationship is fake, that we just did it for TV. I think that's the craziest thing, that me and him just were together because of the show.
Okay. What's your biggest vice?
My biggest what?
Vice. Like something that you do or you enjoy that maybe is not so good?
Oh, my God, shopping. I have a major, major shopping addiction. Especially when I'm sad. I'm like, fine, I'll just go buy a bag.
Okay.
Really well.
What do you enjoy most about being on reality TV?
Oh, dear. I don't know. I think it's a good platform to kind of get yourself out there and your brand out there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard. It's hard to deal with people's opinions and, advice. Everybody wants to give you advice about what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, and no one really knows the story. So, I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't really found too many good things about it yet.
Okay. Well, when's the last time you cried?
Oh, my God, I cry all the time. I'm so emotional these days.
Okay. So,
probably
today?
Last week I cried.
Last week, okay.
No, probably last week.
What was it about?
I think I was just very overwhelmed with everything. The people on Instagram are really, really mean to me. Mm-hmm. And I think I was just very overwhelmed. I don't think they realize how mean they are, and for no reason.
Yeah, okay. I was going to ask you when is the last time you got in a physical fight, but I'm assuming it's with Moniece?
Yes, with Moniece.
Okay.
That was the only time in my life.
Oh, no. Okay. What's the biggest misconception about who you are?
That I'm just cheater, and that's not the case. It was a really, really weird situation that I was put in, and I didn't know how to handle it. So I don't want people to think that this is how I am. I'm not like that.
Looking back at that situation, do you wish you had done it differently, or you kind of?
No, 100%. I wish I would have done it differently. I wish I wouldn't have jumped into a relationship so fast, and I wish I wouldn't have hurt Drew the way that I did. And, yeah, oh, my God, I would do 1,001 things differently.
Okay. Last question. If you had to pick one song as the soundtrack of your entire life, what would it be?
Oh, my God, that's so hard.
I know.
Oh, dear Lord, that's really hard.
Sorry.
I don't know.
No idea.
I think of a song right now.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything you want to talk about before I let you go?
No, I think that's it. We covered everything.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for chatting with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. Bye.
Okay.